Good morning. I am Melanie Buckingham. I'm the transfer counselor in admissions at UW-Platteville, and I'd like to welcome you this morning. If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A chat box located at the bottom of your screen. So now we're going to get started with our slide presentation, and we can move to our next slide. So a little bit about UW-Platteville. We were founded in 1866. Our campus is approximately 821 acres, and our enrollment is about 8,000 students. UW-Platteville is located in Southwest Wisconsin in the city of Platteville, which has a population of approximately 12,500 people. While Platteville is a safe mid-sized community, there is quick access to larger communities. So you can enjoy the smaller class sizes, lower tuition, and safety of a smaller community, but still have access to big city amenities. Wisconsin features all 4 seasons, and it's currently spring, so our high temperature for the day would be 13 degrees Celsius, and the low will be 5 degrees Celsius. Our temperatures vary by season, with July usually being our warmest month and January being the coldest. So now we'll just show you a quick video of our campus. So as you can see, we offer a number of unique opportunities at UW-Platteville. We have more than 50 majors and 70 minors. We have world-class programs. In addition to the 50 majors and 70 minors, we have 16 pre-professional programs. Our top programs at UW-Platteville include agriculture. We have hands-on laboratories, a greenhouse, and a 430-acre farm, which we refer to as our Pioneer Farm. And our graduates in this program have over a 95% employment rate. Biology is another of our top programs. It also features hands-on labs with an animal house that provides real-life animal care training and research experiences. Students in this who major in biology go on to have careers in medicine, ecology, biotechnology, zoology, and much more. Business is another one of our major programs. They provide hands-on opportunities by working with real companies to address current corporate issues. They also offer real-time special topics courses such as leadership during a crisis. Many of our students graduate with their degrees in business and additional credentials because of the way the program is structured. Criminal justice is another one of our majors. Within criminal justice, we also have forensic investigation. Forensic investigation is one of the fastest growing specializations in the discipline of criminal justice. UW-Platteville is the first and only public institution of higher education in the Midwest to grant a Bachelor of Science in Forensic Investigation. We also feature a crime scene house, which is a hands-on opportunity for students to simulate crime scene investigation. Education is another one of our top programs. We've been preparing teachers for more than 150 years. Our education training has a focus on the unique needs of rural communities and social justice. Industrial technology is another top program. It is a form of applied engineering. Industrial technology management combines aspects of engineering, technical skills, and management experience. And finally, we are known as the Engineering University. We offer 7 leading professional engineering programs, and those are mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, engineering physics, environmental engineering, industrial engineering, and software engineering. We're also set to open Sesquicentennial Hall, which is a new building in fall of 22. This building will bring all of the engineering disciplines together in one state-of-the-art facility. So those are a few of our top programs. If you haven't discovered this by now, UW-Platteville is very much a hands-on learning experience. Our average class size is 25 students, so you'll have easy access to your faculty and hands-on learning opportunities. Our student to faculty ratio is 20-1, which means that for every 20 students on campus, there's one faculty member, which goes back to, we want you to have easy access to your faculty so that you can have a great learning experience. Finally, all of our classes are taught directly by faculty. There are not any teaching assistants. UW-Platteville offers a number of hands-on learning opportunities. 90% of our students participate in internship or co-op or experiential learning experiences, which are additional hands-on learning opportunities and also a great way to build your resume and make connections. Some of these opportunities include specialized labs. We have more than 30 engineering labs on campus. We have a cadaver lab, a crime scene house for forensic investigation, and we also have an on-campus education and research farm. We also provide a number of undergraduate research opportunities with professors, which you might not have access to at a larger institution. Next slide, please. So we are an evolving campus. We are constantly innovating and developing new programs. Some of our new academic programs in recent history include our Bachelor of Business Administration, Finance, Human Resource Management, Integrated Marketing, Integrated Supply Chain Management, and Professional Sales. These were all updated and better designed to fit current careers based on employer needs. We also offer a construction management degree, a cybersecurity degree, a data science degree, environmental science and conservation degree, and a mechanical engineering added the biomedical engineering emphasis recently. So this is just a good way to show you how creative and innovative we are at UW-Platteville. So UW-Platteville is your home away from home. We have 13 residence halls on campus, and they feature both traditional and suite style housing. Each hall does have specific amenities to offer residents. I also like to encourage students to check out the living learning communities we offer. These provide students enhanced academic and social opportunities, greater involvement in learning, and stronger academic relationships. Some of these living learning communities include the Cooper Agricultural Living Learning Community. For those interested in agriculture, they get to live on the campus farm. We also have an Exploring Engineering, Mathematics, and Science Living Learning Community, and there's supportive living environment for new freshman students who have chosen an undecided major in the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Or if you are unsure about a major choice within that field, It's a great opportunity to interact with faculty and other students that are in that field so that you have the opportunity to live more or learn more. We have a leadership living learning community, which exposes first-year students to theoretically based concepts of leadership, including relational leadership model centered on social justice challenges. And then there's also a women in STEM living learning community, which if you're interested in the STEM fields and a female, it's a great opportunity to build academic and personal connections with each other and faculty. Next, we have dining. We offer 8 dining locations throughout the campus, so a bite to eat is always easy to find. We have more than 200 clubs and organizations on campus. There is a student club for almost every major, in addition to all of our fun or hobby-related clubs. We encourage students to join at least one major specific club during their time at Platteville because it's a great way to connect with potential employers and other people in your major, and also add to your resume and build learning experiences. And then we also encourage you to join one fun club so you have that time to interact and develop a hobby or get to know people in other areas as well. We feature Division III athletics. So soccer, football, basketball, baseball, cross country, and many more if athletics are your thing. And we also have intramural sports. And finally, we also host a number of campus events each year for students to enjoy. An example of one campus event is at homecoming each year. We light our big M. You may see it in the screen behind me. The M was first constructed on a 45-degree angle on the Platteville Mound in 1937. It is 214 feet by 241 feet, and limestone piles make up the world's largest M. The M is lit every year during homecoming, excuse me. And we actually earned the 2018 Year Best Campus Tradition vote in the National Association Campus Activities for lighting the M as being a tradition. Some additional involvement in activities we feature. We do have an activity center and wellness facilities on campus. We do have an annual international night, a conversation partner program, and a CASA program, which is a popular features with our international students. So the application process. To apply to UW-Platteville, you will have to fill out the online application at apply.wisconsin.edu. You'll need to send in your transcripts and test scores. Your transcripts need to be in English and the original language, if the school does not produce them. We also need English proficiency scores, and we accept the TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, Pearson test of English, in addition to ACT and SAT minimum English subscores. Currently, there is no application fee, and the deadline to apply is July 15th for the fall semester and December 15th for spring. For international students, once you're admitted, you will need to go through the visa process, and you can send this documentation at the same time you apply or after you're admitted, but you will need to fill out the I-20 application form, the UW-Platteville financial verification form, an original bank statement with proof of funds that you're able to afford to be in the US, and a copy of your passport. So that's the documentation that would be required to obtain your visa once you're admitted to the university. So you may ask, how much does this cost? So tuition and fees for international students is approximately $16,774. Room and board is another $7,380. For a total of $24,254 US dollars. International students are also required to purchase tuition in case of any medical issues for about $1,700. However, we also offer a number of scholarship opportunities for qualified international students. We have tuition remission scholarships for up to $5,000 per year, and that's renewable for 4 years. And then there's also another $3,000 scholarship that students can apply for. We are considered one of the best valued colleges and universities for the cost of our education and what you will get out of it. Some additional things to know about with the tuition and fees. These are just an estimate, but they do include textbook rental options. So it's a great way to save money because you don't have to buy the textbooks unless you want to for a majority of the courses. As a comparison, this is the 2018 academic year comparison, but you can see that our tuition is much lower than other schools within the state of Wisconsin. Pretty dramatically, actually, several $1,000s less than UW-Madison and even more than Beloit. But we are going to offer you the most affordable option, and our graduates are placed just as well. Our engineering graduates are actually well placed as are placed quite often, more often than other schools. We offer an affordable education. We offer co-op, so it's an opportunity to learn and make money while you're on campus. We have more than 1,500 jobs on campus, which international students can apply for and work on campus. And then also the textbook rental system, which I mentioned, which can help you save over $4,000 a year in textbooks. So Platteville is, as I mentioned, is nearby to several communities. We are 25 minutes away from Dubuque, Iowa. Madison, Wisconsin is about an hour away, so you can visit the state capitol and check out one of the largest farmers markets on the square. Chicago is about 3.5 hours away, and you can ride the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier and begin to see the city from more than 99 stories in the air from the Hancock Building or Willis or formerly Sears Tower. And then another large city in Wisconsin is Milwaukee, which is approximately 3 hours from Platteville, and it's home to a large zoo and the world's largest music festival in the summer. There are a number of opportunities throughout the year for trips to various destinations. So international students are provided a number of additional resources through an international orientation, guidance regarding government regulations, and a designated advisor. Students also have the opportunity to participate in activity programming. Free tutoring is available to all students along with career advising. And the campus also features some basic medical services and has an amazing counseling service to support students during their time in college. So next, I am going to turn this over to Swati and allow her to introduce herself.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing good today. My name is Swati Kukureja, and I'm an assistant director at UW-Platteville. I am a PDSO as well as an RO at the UW-Platteville. And I'm going to talk more about the job opportunities while you're studying with your degree program, and what are the job opportunities after you finish your degree program. So there are basically two types of job opportunities. First, while you're studying your degree, that is called campus job. We have almost like 1,500 campus jobs available at the UW-Platteville. And the second option is curriculum practical training. The short form, the acronym of is called CPT. I'm going to go more in depth about the CPT. What is a CPT? CPT is authorized F1 students to work off campus before degree completion in a job. You can do this job by doing an internship or doing the co-op programs. At UW-Platteville, we have so many co-op programs and internships available. But you only can work with your major related things. So CPT may be defined as, okay, how can you do the CPT? First option is like while you are doing the curriculum itself says like, okay, to finish your civil engineering program, you have to finish 50 hours of a training. That is one kind of CPT that you have to finish before you complete the degree program. Or you do the training and get, on the behalf of getting training, you get the academic credits, like 3 credits or 4 credits. So that's how you can work off campus, and you can work anywhere in the United States. There is no restriction where you can work. You can work anywhere in the United States. You should have the job offer letter. And next slide. Okay. Eligibility of the CPT. Student must have been lawfully enrolled on a full-time basis for at least one full academic year at the US college or the university. This means that while after you come over here in your degree program, you have to be at least enrolled for 2 semesters. That is spring and fall. Summer doesn't count. So with this 2 semester, on the next spring, you are eligible to apply for a CPT. Student must have a job offer before applying for a CPT. Like if you come to my office and say, hey Swati, I want to apply for a job, or I have finished my 2 semester, how can I do my job? No, you should have the job offer letter and ask me how to apply for the CPT. Student must be in the valid F1 status and must possess a valid passport. This means like you should be enrolled in your full-time studies, as well as your passport shouldn't be expiring. Your I-20 should not be expiring. You should be valid in this while you perform your CPT. Student must be enrolled full-time during the academic year. That means you must be enrolled in a fall and you must be enrolled in a spring. So next fall, you can study and apply for the CPT. Student must continue to make a normal degree progress. Let's say if you are so much busy in doing a job and you cannot focus on your grading system, we cannot allow you further to do the job. So you also have to make sure that you work normal progress, like you receive 2.5 GPA while you're doing your CPT. I'm going to tell you some general information about the CPT. A student may not begin employment until he or she has been issued and received the new I-20 CPT authorization. That means like, let's say if you have a job offer letter and you say like, okay, I want to do a job. It's not going to work like that. You have to get authorized by the ISS advisor, which is you have to come to the international program office and say, okay, I want to do the job. I have a job offer. Can you please authorize? ISS authorize the CPT. We in the office, we authorize the CPT and we issue the new I-20. Authorization for a CPT is employer specific that reflects the start and the end date. What is the I-20? In I-20, we reflect that, okay, the students are allowed to work as a CPT. And we also reflect that in the I-20, the start and the end date, what's the employer's name? CPT authorized cannot be voided if the student terminates employment. So let's say you don't want to work anymore over there in employment and you say, I want to terminate. It's not possible. Once it's done, it's done. CPT cannot be used as a pre-completion basis only. CPT can be used on a pre-completion basis. CPT cannot be used after your degree program has been completed. The USCIS regulations states that the student is not able to deliberately prolong her date of completion to take the advantage of a CPT. That means like if you want to work and you want to work more, that doesn't mean that you have to extend your program in order to do the job. At the UW-Platteville, CPT is authorized on a semester basis. This means that the students doing a 9-month co-op would need to apply for a CPT at the beginning of each term. Like every term, you have to apply for the job authorization. It's not continuation. Students who have received the 1 year or more of full time of CPT is not eligible for optional practical training. which means like after you finish your degree program, you have a right to do 12 months of optional training in anywhere in the United States related to your major studies, which you won't be available to do it if you finish doing CPT for 12 months. Students who have been granted a program extension are not eligible to pursue a full-time CPT. Let's say you have been granted for, let's say you have been granted for a program extension. That means you need more time to complete your degree. In that scenario, we cannot pursue a CPT because program extension basically means that you need uh, more focus in your program, degree program, not for the job. Now let's talk about the OPT. OPT means the job that you can do after you finish your degree program. Basically, there are three kinds of OPTs. One, pre-completion OPT, second, OPT, and third is STEM OPT. These things are like, okay, why it is called the optional? Because after your graduation, you can always go back your home country. But if you want to have a practical knowledge, if you want to do the training in the United States, you are allowed as an F1 student to work in the United States after you complete your degree program. OPT can be authorized before or after completing of studies. The total period of authorization cannot exceed 12 months. It can exceed 12 months, but I will furthermore discuss in details. OPT is processed by the US government, but you must get an I-20 with an OPT recommendation form. Like we have to recommend the US government that the student has finished the degree program and the student has been eligible for doing optional practical training. During your OPT period, you will remain an F1 status. You won't shift from F1 status to the OPT status. There is no such things called OPT status. F1 status is an extension of an OPT. UW-Platteville holds your CVS record. Since you're going to be on an OPT, you will be still our student. ISS is still your advisors. We're going to be your advisors. Whatever the questions you have during while you, what kind of job you can do, where can you travel, how can you do your taxes, all the answers to those questions you have to ask to your ISS advisor, and we're going to be your ISS advisor who holds your F1 status. Another kind of OPT is pre-completion OPT. Pre-completion OPT means like when you do not have the eligibility to do the CPT. In that case scenario, OPT comes into the picture. Pre-completion OPTs can be, you can work 20 hours per week or you can work 40 hours per week. But it's generally mostly 20 hours during the break time. How does the pre-completion OPT impacts the post-completion OPT? Let's say you finish the full-time pre-completion OPT for like 6 months. So you will only be eligible for the post-completion OPT for only 6 months because in all, you're getting only 12 months. Why would I apply for a pre-completion OPT then? If you have a job offer in the field you are studying, but you do not qualify the CPT, that's where you will option for the pre-completion of an OPT. Post-completion OPT, which is 12 months, I just explained. Like this is like most basic students will choose for the post-completion of an OPT, which is like 12 months and you can work 40 hours per week. This is a stamp OPT. This is like after you complete your OPT, you have another 24 months for the stamp OPT. So what do you mean by stamp? Stamp OPT means a stamp major like science, technology, engineering, math. If you are in this 4 major, you are eligible for not only 12 months of an OPT, but also a 24 months in an OPT. Let's say you say like, okay, Swati, I'm in a computer science and I finished another 12 months of OPT. I want to do another 24 months. So you are eligible for doing another 24 months of an OPT, which is like 3 years of a job experience in the United States after you finish your degree. The eligibility requirement, you must be a recipient of a bachelor's or master or the degree STEM majors. You must currently be authorized for the post completion of an OPT. You must have the job offer. So, are you eligible for OPT? If you are an F1 student who finished the academic year and who has completed, who has been enrolled full time, yes, you are eligible for an OPT. So the students who got hired from our universities are this many students. They are got hired in Kohl's, Walt Disney, those who are graduated from our university. They also got hired in fraud. So many big companies takes us our students. The placement rate for the students is like 60 to 100%. For civil engineering, you will get 100% job with a starting salary of 54,000. And if you are a mechanical engineering, you get definitely 74% placement with a starting salary of 61,000. We also help, we also give a career service guides. We every year we do the career service camp. We do the academic and career service advising center. We have like so many co-ops and internship and campus job. We help the student for doing a mock interview. We teach the students in a business ethic and resume cleaning. This all extra benefits we give to the students. So what is gonna be your next step? So your next step is gonna be is to learn about the UW-Platteville on the uwplat.edu, or you can take the virtual tour by clicking on this link, or you can apply online by apply.wisconsin.edu. Thank you so much all. And I want to personally thank the Worldwide Tour College Tours who's giving us the platform for introducing us and getting to know more students from this platform. And please, if you have any questions, call on Office of Admission and or email at admit@uw-platteville. I'm gonna open another for 15 minutes for questions and answer. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer. You can ask any questions, guys.
Maybe Swati, in the meantime, while we wait for some questions, maybe do you have any advice for students who are, going through this process of virtual fairs in the hopes to find their dream school? Maybe what advice do you have to kind of navigate these virtual fairs?
I think the best answer Melanie can give about this because she is doing all the counseling on those things.
I always like to tell students to look at a number of options, ask questions. If you don't know what you want your major to be, talk to a few different schools and find one maybe that has a couple of options. Because I'm a transfer counselor, I always tell students as well. We see a number of students, including international students, transfer to UW-Platteville. And you're going to want to make sure that if you're not like how your credits move around, if in case you want to transfer, if you want to take courses somewhere else for a semester. So definitely check out a number of schools, ask them what they have to offer. And yeah, I think it's just at least talk to 5 to 10 schools because that's how you're going to find your fit. I've had students who, you know, like that opportunity, and then they fly to, a different part of the country for a week on spring break. Or so I definitely check out a number of schools, ask questions. If you know what your major is going to be, ask what the employability rate is within that major. Ask, what are the best features of that major. Ask, what are some important things to know, because you may also be asked that in a visa interview when you're going through the visa process. So I would just recommend definitely asking those questions, checking out a number of schools, because that's how you're going to find the fit that's right for you.
And the research is the number one key for the getting admission into the colleges, because the more research you will do, the more knowledge you will get, and you will learn more about the you should research about the college you go. If you can visit the college for a once, that it's a very awesome. If you can visit like 3 4, let's come into the visitors visa and visit 3 4 colleges, and then go back to your home country and decide, okay, what this is what I'm looking for, this is what city I will stay, this is what the I know, since I'm an Indian, I when first I got into the United States, I was very difficult for eating habits, because over here is very blend food, whereas in India is like a spicy food and more on a vegetarian side of the food. So I was like very much difficult when I came over here. So nobody told me all these things situations, but to do the research on those areas also is very important. Must we complete a year 12 exam before applying, or can we apply? You can always apply right now, and you can show us your transcript. But before you come over here, you have to send us, or you can bring the original documents with you, and give us the 12th mark sheet. You do not have to wait for the 12th mark sheet to come and then apply. You can always apply before.
Mhm. And we will accept unofficial international records, but you will need to show that official document before you can register for classes.
Perfect. Great question there. Now maybe we are living in the times of a pandemic. So how is your school adapting to, safety on campus and that sort of stuff?
So this is a very difficult question, Marco. But yes, with the pandemic situation, we have already started getting the students getting vaccinated in our college. So the students also receiving the vaccination. Secondly, we are on a hybrid mode where the student can do the virtual as well as the in-persons. We have so many virtual labs also, where the student can sit in their home country and do the virtual. We have to wear the mask. Mask is a compulsory and mandatory in our on our campus, and we are doing a social distance. Even the community is helping for doing the social distance. Even the community is aware of, like, okay, we have to follow this rules and regulations. We have to maintain social distance. We have to wear a mask. We do not have to touch. We follow all those directions as per the CDC guidelines, and we do not get together for more than 10 people in a one group. Even the classroom settings, it used to be 135 classroom students sitting, now it's only 30 to 40, because we have to maintain that social distance. We are making new buildings for the new classrooms, so we are the safest. I don't want to brag about this campus, but we are the safest place where I can actually say, okay, I am in the US. First of all, there are uh, so many COVID situations and the viruses situation, but Wisconsin-Platteville has very minimum, and it has not been increased since 6 months.
And I'll just jump in and add to Swati's comments. Students are required to get tested for COVID regularly, which is how we are able to also keep our numbers so low for COVID. So Platteville has just done an amazing job at that.
Yep, even the faculties has to be get tested. Like if the faculty is coming on a campus every day, they have to get tested every other week. So in order that we know that everybody is safe. UW-Platteville basically is an affordable university from anywhere in the United States. I can definitely surely tell you about this. And it gives the best facilities, best teacher ratio, and the best community services. If you are coming to the Platteville area for the University of Wisconsin, you do not feel like that you are coming into the university. You will exactly feel like you are coming somewhere at your own home zone, and all the community member will know each other because there is such a small community. You will feel like warm welcomed over here, and teachers are taking much more steps for getting to know students over here. I have recently joined the UW Platteville as an assistant director, and that was also during the pandemic, but mostly I know half of the university's people already. So I'm saying that I feel I'm a single mom and I feel like, okay, I cannot like let my daughter go, but she is walking freely. She has been going some and biking over here. She's been trekking also near the M place. So this is very safest and very good community where the crime rate is very low compared to the big cities, and the tuition is very low. You can rent the books, you do not have to buy the books. This is like a win-win situation for the Wisconsin Platteville.
And I would echo Swade's comments. I am also fairly new at Platteville. I came from another UW institution and I was amazed how quickly it was just to get to know people and how welcoming they are on campus, both students and faculty and staff. So it feels like home. I'm not originally from the area. I moved here because of a family situation, and everyone is just so welcoming, and it's a very nice feeling.
I would request the participant to put your email addresses on the chat so we can communicate more with you and we can give you what are the more scholarship options that you can apply for over here and how is the easiest route to apply and go through the admission process. We can also give you the hands-on, we can walk you through the admission process. Please send us your email address in a chat so we can communicate more. There are like $8,000 of scholarship available every year. Let me emphasize, every year, like every 4 year, you will get $8,000 scholarship. Means like 24 minus 16 minus 8,000, which is nothing. I will say that it is much more cheaper than your home country as well. But please give us your email address on a chat and we will communicate more further in detail.
Maybe as we wrap up, we have about like 10 more minutes or so. Did you have any final thoughts for students kind of to wrap up the presentation?
For wrapping up the presentation, I can only say, and I can only say the same thing about it. It is very affordable university. The scholarship is available, and it's a very big community where the students doesn't feel homesick. and the big cities are just nearby, and just a driving distance, as Melanie has said, like it's just a 3 hours driving, 3 hours to the Chicago, 3 hours to the Milwaukee. It is easy to communicate anywhere in the United States from this area of the Platteville. And please give us a chance for the virtual tour as well. Would you like to say anything, Melanie?
I would agree with Swati. It's easy access to so many things. It's a great education. I hear so much from students who, engineering, agriculture, criminal justice, education, biology. This is the place they want to come just because it's those small class sizes, hands-on opportunities, affordable. We showed the graph, comparably much more affordable for the same education and same opportunities and same graduate hiring rates. So I would definitely check it out. If you like those hands-on opportunities, we are the place for you.
And thank you so much for these opportunities.
Awesome. Thank you, Melanie and Swati, for the presentation. You can check them out at their booth in the exhibit hall if you have any more questions. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.